Outstanding LEGO trains made by fans that can become a real LEGO set. But hurry up, time is running out. Support these before they go away forever. Get ready to see some fantastic trains like the Cherry Liner. Feeling nostalgic for the retired LEGO Santa Fe? This model is quite similar to the Santa Fe, yet it's still unique, sporting its own color scheme. This model is outstanding. Let's take a closer look at the Locomotive, featuring a pragmatic red color scheme. The model has an intricate backstory with the fictional Cherry Railroad, a streamlined modern railroad, at least for the 1940s. The diesel locomotive is possibly the closest we'll ever see to a modern Santa Fe remake, showcasing the best techniques current LEGO pieces can provide while retaining that classic look. I personally enjoy the door and the detail for the window. Next up is the baggage car, with sliding doors. It's the perfect place to store goods. The exterior features that Pullman look from those classic railways of the good old days. Then we have the best part, the observation car. The designer did a great job here, utilizing snot technique to accomplish that streamlined look. This is a great compromise between the classic Santa Fe look and the contemporary rounded look we find in recent sets. We also have a proper dome on top. Inside we find a bar and a dining area, all with the best modern design can provide. This fan model showcases that a Santa Fe-like model is still possible in 2025, and it might be better than the original. Next up we have European Steam Locomotive, Black Pepper. This is a fantastic model. It includes a bunch of tiny details like water gauges, levers and instruments, even a firebox door, moving pistols and brakes. But also, it's well proportioned. By that I mean it looks great when you look at it as one piece. I like the use of smooth pieces, giving this model a realistic look, and the size of the tender is very nice as well. However, this locomotive is not a recreation. Rather, it's an eclectic mix of different locomotives. This model tells its own story. However, my favorite detail is this piece, reading BDP for BrickLink Designer Program. But what is the BrickLink Designer Program? Welcome to BrickLink, where dreams, creativity and the passion of AFOLs come together in a very special place, but not without a twist. Here LEGO fans can submit their original builds, but there's more to it than just clicking like or dislike. When you come across a project, there are 3 distinct options available. The emoji on the left indicates that, well, you're not quite a fan of this set, and the one on the right, yes, the glowing hearts, means you love it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Even with community support, these projects aren't immediately brought into production. No, once a set gains traction, it has to enter the next phase, crowdfunding. Yes, the point where LEGO fans unite their financial power to make these incredible models a reality. Now, this is where things can get a bit competitive, because once a project reaches this stage, it becomes a collector's item. Scalpers and die-hard LEGO fans swoop in, and sets often sell out faster than the fastest LEGO City train. This leads us into a critical question. What if we as LEGO train fans had more opportunities through this platform? With BrickLink now officially owned by LEGO, these sets are technically LEGO sets. Yet, despite the hunger from LEGO train enthusiasts, there isn't currently a dedicated trains theme on the shelves. Could the BrickLink Designer Program be the answer? So let's get out there and support these train models. Speaking of that, we have the downtown subway station. Get ready for an instant classic, as it includes a nostalgic subway system akin to New York or Chicago. For that, this model includes a detailed elevated station with an elevator for accessibility. The model includes custom tracks using a third rail in the middle. Below we have pillars with teal with a stylish core bell. The train itself has the classic American subway flair, with a grey exterior and teal seats inside. Speaking of colors, next up we have the blue train. This is more than a train model, as it includes a giant diorama, from a pretty impressive tunnel to some detailed trees. This designer put a lot of effort into this model. Now, the train itself, it's a beautiful nod to the retro aesthetic, with its striking blend of blue tones complemented by dark grey accents. The result is a visually stunning model, yet wonderfully nostalgic tribute to the classic era of LEGO trains. Even better, this model includes a full interior with the locomotive and 2 passenger coaches, so this is a model that definitely brings some nostalgia to the table. Next up we have a small but detailed model, the vintage tram. This cute looking tram is more than what it might seem. First, let's take a look at this detailed streetscape. With a cobblestone looking floor, something quite hard to accomplish with LEGO. We also get custom electrification on top. We get beautiful custom trees for detailing. Now let's get into the highlight of the model, a vintage tram. This model is just packed with detail, from its smooth edges to the different technical components below. Inside we don't get a lot of space, but considering its size it is very much appreciated. Welcome friends to the heart of New Orleans. Today we're diving deep into the soul of the French Quarter, where history, music and vibrant architecture come together. The model includes 5 different little buildings, all with that Spanish, French, American style the city is known for. My personal favorites are the corner buildings, as the designer did a great job recreating the steelworks here. Now, what's New Orleans without a streetcar? The designer included an authentic electric tramway with an incredible amount of detail that brings an extra touch of realism to the set. And wait, is that Professor Kilroy? Our next model is the village railway station. The first thing that caught my eye is the color scheme. Medium nugget and bright light orange dominate the build, giving the station a warm, welcoming appearance. It's a palette that really evokes that rustic charm you'd expect from a village station, nestled somewhere in the countryside. And speaking of charm, the designer hasn't skipped on greenery. This model is brimming with a variety of plants that breathe life into every corner, making it feel like the station is as much part of nature as a railway. But be careful with the bees. The interior is simple but effective. So there you have it, a beautifully designed village railway station that combines color, display and play in a compact build. Next up we have a more creative take on a LEGO train model, Tram and Eggs Cafe. Imagine an old abandoned tram retrofitted into a bustling trendy cafe. Imagine dining inside an old tram. This is a LEGO Trains fan dream. The exterior features a bright orange tan color scheme, quite bold. The interior features a simple cafe with a lot of detail. The designer managed to stuff a bunch of detail into this small model. Next up is a model I know you guys are going to love, abandoned boxcar and caboose. First off, this model includes a caboose. Need I say more? It's a caboose. A caboose is perfect. It needs no explanation. It's a caboose. But what does said caboose hold? What lies inside its beautiful red color scheme made with the finest LEGO bricks? Well, let's find out. Inside we have a beautifully detailed fire stove and other small details you might notice. The exterior is equally well detailed with a wood-like exterior and custom buggies. Okay, I'm going to stop with this voice. But this model is not just a caboose. Let's discover this other rail car. It features a detailed exterior utilizing again that's not technique, and featuring a massive interior, but a massive interior we appreciate. Another thing you might notice is the large amount of greenery outside. Our next model is Countryside Rambler. Let's step back in time to explore a stunning model that pays homage to the golden era of British branch line railways. Countryside Rambler, complete with an exquisite detailed 060 steam locomotive and 6-wheel passenger coaches. Let's start with the centerpiece, the steam locomotive. Right off the bat you'll notice the high amount of authenticity, from the brake shoes on the wheels to the intricate moving interval valve gear tucked between the frames. This level of detail is no small feat, and it really brings that mechanical realism to life. The best part, this model can be motorized. These passenger coaches are indeed beautiful, as they also include detailed interiors, making for a perfect countryside trip. But that's not all. This model also includes an 8-piece of ballasted straight track, ideal for setting up a display or incorporating into a larger layout. We even have one of those classic rail crossings from England, so this model captures the essence of these iconic British branch line trains, offering a perfect blend of nostalgia, intricate detailing, and modern functionality. Next up we have yet another creative model, Train Museum. Step back in time and explore the history of this subject we all appreciate. Housed inside an old tram, this museum celebrates the history of trains.
Like most train museums, there is not a lot inside. We have 2 miniature locomotives. The tram in itself is also very detailed, featuring a nice light blue color scheme with white accents. The windows and their framing are done in brown. This gives this model a classic retro look. So step back in time and discover the history of trams. Next up we have the Yellow Tree Station, offering a delightful blend of complexity and clarity. Outside we have this beautiful stepped roof. The model features a rustic charm with animal horns as ornamentation and even electric poles. Inside you get a ticket office and a cozy waiting hall. Finally, rounding off this remarkable set is the cargo carriage at the front, adding an extra layer of functionality and completeness to this build. This model truly has it all: whimsical architecture, functional details, and a story just waiting to be told. And there we have it, folks. Outstanding LEGO trains crafted by some of the most passionate fan designers in the community. Each with a story, each with its own heart, and each with the potential to become a real LEGO BrickLink set. But here's the catch: time is running out. If any of these magnificent builds has sparked your imagination, or at least intrigued you, now that's the time to act. Support them before they are gone for good. As LEGO train fans, we've waited long enough for more dedicated sets. Now we have the power to make it happen. So don't wait, click that heart emoji, rally your fellow train enthusiasts, and let's bring these beautiful creative models to life.